Yes, sir. You already know, man. We all over SC, man. Got to get my people in. Got to get all this motivation in and get this content out, man. But if you don't know, man, this is another one of my good friends. You already know, another Ridgeview product, man.
Brother,
Another Ridgeview product,
we
man.
not friends, we brothers.
My brother, man. You already know how this go, man. We got to start off right. Bring It Black podcast, man. We already into another one, man. Got to give flowers where it's due, man. This man right here, man. We grew up from Yay High, man. One of the first few people I met in South Carolina, man, and to see his journey and see his testimony from where he came from, where he started, and the hardships he's been through to where he's at now, man, you'd be amazed how God will work, man. And it's crazy. I got to give him a round of applause, man, because a lot of people ain't made it out on the other side, man.
Oh,
Going through a
God.
lot of the stuff that happened. Oh, I'm tripping. Going through a lot of the stuff that he been through, man. So I just got to give him a pat on the back and, you feel me, show love. Where it's due, man. What's going on with you, bro?
First off, much love to you, bro. You already know how we rocking.
You already know.
Remember we first met beefing over some basketball.
Ready to fight, go crazy.
About to beat your tail. Look at us now.
All right.
Yeah, but thank you for having me on, bro. You know, you already know how we rocking, man. Through thick and thin, like from sharing a room to
Yeah, bro. All
like
that.
we just shared everything, bro. We are like real brothers. Like them wore each other's clothes, then
For sure.
ate each other food, like all of that, bro.
Bro, I can, bro.
Yeah,
It's stories for days, bro. But
definitely.
to be official, man, my dog Uriah Chapman, man. If you don't know him, you know him now. But what's going on, man? I seen on social, man. You went on overseas. You went on a trip, man. How was that? Where you went?
So I recently went on a vacation. My first, like, I would say, like, real vacation
Yeah.
out of the country. My first time going out of the country. I went to Cabo with my girlfriend.
Yeah, man. Everybody need that love, man.
Definitely,
Somebody to slow you down. Okay, okay.
definitely. But it was dope, man. Like I said, we went to Cabo. We did like the all inclusive route, so
Yeah.
it was dope, man. It was dope. It was I don't know. I think it was cool to get out and experience something that's like very different from you know how we came up.
Yeah.
Very different from what we experienced coming up, and like I think one of the like hardest. It was actually hard.
Yeah.
Like, it was actually hard to like get into the vacation mode
Mm,
because you be so stuck in like the work mode or whatever.
for sure.
So it's kind of different to just wake up every day and just say, all right, my primary goal today is to relax.
Yeah.
That's like a weird feeling, but it all in all, it was amazing, man. The scenery, the weather, the people, my girl, obviously, just the memories and stuff that I got a chance to make. It was worth every penny, bruh. Worth every penny.
Yeah, bro. And I say that a lot, man. As somebody that's traveled a lot as a kid and just getting into it on my own, people need that opportunity to travel out the country, just out the state, even in a smaller scale, to travel and really experience outside of what you're used to. Because if you stay where you're from the rest of your whole life, you'd be surprised how small-minded or how small you think the world is. Because you haven't been nowhere else. A lot of people just complacent and happy with what they know, the corner to corner, man. So to see you actually go out the country and enjoy it, bro, I'm happy for you, bro. I need to do it again myself, man. I gotta do it.
For sure, bro.
Gotta do
For
it.
sure. I recommend anybody, like you said, bro, just go travel, take that break, take that rest. Like it's important to make sure that you're on top of your stuff, but it's also important to make sure that you live life. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, bro.
what's the point of working 9 to 5 all year if you don't ever do anything that, is like a celebration of you just being because you don't really need to do anything big to celebrate. Like every day you wake up, that's a reason to celebrate. Like,
Yeah, that's a blessing in itself.
yeah,
For sure. It you definitely got to celebrate yourself sometimes because it's hard out here, man. It's a lot of things going on in the world, a lot of hardships going on. So a lot of people need that time to decompress away from work, but don't get an opportunity to, or they have the opportunity to and they, don't take it. So
right,
if you ever get an opportunity to take time and actually be with you, be with a significant other or just have a chance to decompress, man, definitely take it.
For sure.
Definitely take it, man. So, how's school been treating you, man? Let everybody know what your major was. Well, you graduate. You in grad school now, though. You
Yeah.
in grad school now, though. But let everybody know what's up with you.
So I graduated undergrad in 2021, like right during the pandemic. Um,
I always got to get that, man, because that pandemic messed up a lot of stuff.
bro, I will say this though, for as many things that it messed up, it also like I don't know. I think the pandemic was important. I
Yeah,
feel like
it was definitely necessary.
yeah, I feel like there were so many things in my life that like God redirected and like just gave me new insight on
Yeah,
because of the pandemic. Yeah, I mean, in undergrad I studied biology, public health, and sociology
yeah,
on a pre med track. Um, and so like I knew I wanted to go into medicine, but I will say like I think my heart was kind of in the wrong place
mm,
prior to the pandemic. But you know, pandemic happened and it just shifted a lot of things for me, shifted my focus a lot, like to being on the right things, and eventually like brought me back to that goal
yeah,
of becoming a physician. Over the next couple years or so, I still struggled through different things or whatever, but I mean, applied, got in, and I actually start orientation for med school tomorrow.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Congrats. Yeah, it's coming fast.
too fast.
And he's skipping over the steps and stuff, man. But I'm gonna let you know, man. This man went through a lot to get to this point. There's been times where I can honestly say, man, I don't see how he came out on top. Even from before getting into med school, it was a struggle with the GPA. It was a struggle with, and I gotta say too, cause Shisha had a big impact on my life. But his mom passed when we was in high school, and I just wanted to give credit to her and show love to her because at the end of the day, man, I was a little kid, you feel me, walking up the street, coming to this man's house, knocking on the door, and she told me straight up, like, bro, as much as you come over here, stop knocking on my door, bro. I'm asleep, I'm doing whatever, just come inside. You know when he's gonna be here. So to see this man really hit rock bottom, like at one point in life, and to really shift it around, buckle down, and really rekindle his relationship with God to the point where it's like, man, I went through all this stuff for a reason to build my character and strengthen me for the next portion of my life and the next step to move on and move forward. So I gotta commend you, and I gotta tell you, man, like you to go for that, bro, because a lot of people couldn't even imagine living without a parent, and for you to find a way to make peace with it at the end of the day and continue to move forward, that's huge. Because a lot of people would either stagnate or really give up. So, got to give you credit, man. I got to show love to that, man, because it takes a lot to do that for sure.
Bro, I appreciate that, man. I really like. I'm not trying to like play fake humble or nothing. Like, I really cannot take credit for it.
Yeah,
I 100% full credit goes to God and to the people that He brought into my life. Um, we were close before my mom passed. Like
yeah,
you said, like you know, my mom. You were my brother. Like you was another resident of the crib,
for
more or
sure,
less.
for sure,
And so
for
you
sure.
were a resident, man. So you saw it, bro. You saw exactly what that experience was like. I don't think that there's really anybody else in the world who was that close to me when all of that was going on, like from start to finish, from
Yeah,
her passing to me sleeping on that couch in your room, like to us just sharing a room at what, like 17, 18 years old.
yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like stepping over each other, like trying to get ready for school,
So definitely huddled up.
bruh.
It's crazy.
Bumming rides, like the whole nine, bro. The whole nine. But through all of that, bro, I gotta give credit to the people who like had my back during that time. Like you, Miss Turner, you know, Miss Knox, Miss Fennell, the people who
Shout out to them, man.
for real, bro, they are the real like you gotta give a little do the little clap thing for them, bro.
Yeah, man,
Do the
for
clap
sure.
thing for them
Yeah.
because those
One more.
one more. Those are my church family, my friends, aunt, all of them, like those are the people who, because you see somebody achieve success of like some caliber or whatever, and then they look back and they tell you that it was them. Like, yeah, I worked
Yeah,
hard and that's how I got here, but like that's not the reality. The reality is it was a lot of people who like put me on their shoulders and carried me through. Um, I made so many mistakes, bro. For every time that something good happened, like I fumbled the bag like 10 times.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But it was just God, number one, like leading me, guiding me, protecting me, covering me, and then it was the people around me who, when I fumbled, they helped me pick it up.
yeah.
They helped me pick up the slack. They helped me to figure it out, man. So I mean, yeah, that's that to me. The flowers really don't go to me; they go to the people who got me to this point.
And that's definitely a bar in itself, because, like you said, a lot of people would go through so much hardship, so much pain that they feeling like once I finally get an ounce of success, that it had to be me because nobody was there, nobody was around me. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people in the background showing support, pushing you forward that you wouldn't even think or wouldn't even realize actually still paid attention to you at the end of the day to make sure that you get to the position in the zones you're trying to go to.
Right.
So I can definitely agree with that. I
It's
feel that, bro.
it's crazy because like nobody owes you anything.
Hmm.
Like nobody, and I think that losing. So after my mom passed, like the family fell apart. Ended
Yeah,
up living with you, like, and so I finished out high school and then college, like without really any family support. Bro, losing everything really showed me like, bro, nobody owes you anything.
bro. That jump was a hard reality to really come to, bro. Be for
Definitely.
real.
I feel like all that happened at like 16. And for me, that was like a major wake up call because I basically got introduced to the adult world at 16.
Yeah.
Like my stepdad remarried, signed over like parental rights. I became an adult at 16.
Mm.
And I realized very quickly, bro, the world is going to move on without you. Like
Yeah.
you can be bummed out, you can be stressed, you can be this, you can be that. The world going to keep marching forward like whether you moving forward or not.
Yeah, they gonna leave you in whatever year you stuck in.
Exactly, bro. And so nobody owes you anything at all. And also like other people got their own stuff going on. So for people to really like take the time out and to say like, "Hey, I got your back," or to pray for you, or just to I don't even know, even if it's just a kind glance or something like that, you really have to see those things and say like, "This is a big deal," because people don't have to do that. Like they don't owe you that. If somebody give you $4 for a little four for four,
Yeah.
that's big, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and honestly I feel like the thing that got me to where I am now, bro, is just gratitude. Like just being thankful because you said you hit it on the head, bro. I had to like find peace with what happened with my mom. Like,
Yeah.
so even though this major like life event happened and all these bad things came with it, there were way like when I count my blessings, it's way more things that happened that were positive than things that were negative.
Mm.
But I had to like really start to look for the positives. Like
Yeah.
somebody, prayed for me today, or somebody told me to keep my head up today, or somebody, gave me some of their chips today. Like just little
Yeah.
things like that, bro. Every little thing started to add up, and I don't know, bro. That's to me, that's how I got through all of it, and that's how I'm still getting through. Like still to this day, like trying to find things to be grateful for.
Yeah, bro. And if you know me, you know I can be overly optimistic. So that's a lot of the reason why I'm building this platform and talking to the people I'm talking to, because a lot of people have a story. And if you would look at somebody, and at one point I had to tell my bro this, man. Like, I looked at you like, man, we was doing the same stuff. And for you to, at the end of the day, like, flip the switch and just, like, go a whole different route, it's like, bro, I can't even hate on you. That junk is mad inspirational to the point where it's like, bro, I fall back. You know what I'm saying? Like at one point, I had to fall back from my boy. Like, yo, I see you going on a journey that at the end of the day, I'm not really ready for. So it's like, bro, I love to see it, bro. Keep going, keep doing your thing, bro. And for every time that we fell out and we rekindled our, you feel me, our friendship, bro, our brotherhood, man, it always made me feel good to know, like, bro, I've seen you at your absolute worst. So it's like, bro, to see you in med school, you messed up in school at certain points. You went through that hardship with your mama, and to at the end of the day, spend that and keep God first at the end of the day. And blessings have been rolling in, and love has always been showered onto you, bro. At the end of the day, because you was never alone, bro. For sure, you was never alone.
For sure, bro. For sure.
But take that tidbit of knowledge and a testimony and really apply that to yourself, man. There's a lot of people in the background that really looking out for you and really care for you, but you probably wouldn't even notice because you're looking at the negative. A
Yeah.
lot of times you got to you have to truly pay attention to the positive stuff going on because it's a lot of negative going on at the same time. So you truly have to look back like, yo, that's some good stuff that happened. Through the storm, I got this good stuff happening.
Bruh, let's not gloss over that. Like, cause it's easy to say that like in theory, like, oh, you gotta focus on the positives, but like I wanna talk about what that looks like
Yeah,
in practice.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Do you think?
bruh, every every morning, like I'll tell you for me, the thing that keeps me, cause everybody sees you do something and they're like, oh, I wanna do that too.
Yeah,
But they not like really looking at what you're actually doing. Like every day, I wake up, I face the reality like, mom's not here, family's not here. Cool. How do I take those negatives and spin them into positives today? That to me, like my way of doing that is, bro, literally through like spending time with God every morning, bro.
mm.
Every single morning. That's Jarius. Please tell me if I'm lying, bro. You remember when I was staying with you every morning? What do? We would wake up.
I would get a little prayer.
That's what I'm saying. We would
Sure.
work on a devotional. Like, remember passing the phone? Do you remember passing
Yeah,
the phone back and forth?
yeah,
Like, literally, like going sentence for sentence on devotionals, bro.
yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, instituting like workout, like getting up, going for runs. Do you remember this? You
Yeah,
remember doing all this,
yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
These are things that,
Jogging a
like,
little mile, you feel me?
that's what I'm saying. Literally outside, running around the neighborhood looking crazy, like racing each other. But what we were doing is we were building a routine that, like, got us in a space of being grateful.
Healthy routines, healthy routines.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying any of this is possible apart from God. So like that's the first key is knowing that, like, bro, every morning waking up, first thing coming out my mouth is like, God, thank you. You woke me up today.
Yeah,
Yeah, I lost a couple things along the way. Yeah, stuff was tough along the way. It's gonna be tough along the way, but thank you for allowing me to be here. And then from there, it's like, all right, you would not go out to your car. Well, some people do this, but you wouldn't go out to your car in the winter and just hop in it and drive off. Like,
I'm one of those.
bro, you gotta warm your car up, bro. Don't
One
do
of
that.
those,
That
bro.
junk is not good for your vehicle at
One of
all,
those,
bro.
bro. I used to try to, bro, but
Bro,
I don't even get up on time a lot of times. I was one of
come
them.
on, bro.
I was one of
Come
them.
on.
That's why I live in Florida, bro. It's never cold. It's never cold.
That works too. You gotta know your strengths and play to them. But yeah, bro. Like, you got to really have something that keeps you grounded. Like something that you wake up, you do this thing, you connect with God, you connect with yourself, you connect with other people, and it puts you on the right path for the day.
Facts.
Because, man, looking at this journey of like getting to medical school, like after losing stuff in high school, losing everything in high school, really it was a day by day journey.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
for
one
sure.
one day at a time. Like I did not see this reality all the way back then. All I did was take it one day at a time.
Mm.
And so every day waking up, today I'm gonna find what I gotta be grateful for. I'm gonna refocus my mind on God, take the path that He got for me today, and go from there.
Yeah,
So to me, that's the most important thing. Like just encouraging people, bro. Find your thing that keeps you rooted and grounded,
mm.
and do it every day. It takes discipline. It's hard at first, but
Discipline.
after a while, you'll start craving it. Like you'll wake up, somebody will be rushing you, be like, chill. Like I need to go do
Yeah.
my thing first before I even start listening to what you're talking about.
And that's a huge thing in itself, man. Like a lot of the videos I would put out and a lot of things I try to stress, like discipline is it's not easy. Like for doing the same thing every day, even if you don't feel like it, even if you really don't want to do it. A lot of times you don't really realize the impact of the stuff you do till you're out of it or in
Absolutely.
the midst of it, really, really. A lot of people are really scared to take that first step to get into where they're trying to go and be successful because of the complacency or it ain't really gonna make a difference what I do at the end. Sir, we back from a brief intermission, man. You feel me? We got a little break in, but you feel me? We back. We was talking about how you got to stay dedicated and determined when it comes to doing things in life. You feel me? You got to stay consistent and make sure that you have a consistent routine. A lot of people have routines, but they're unhealthy. You got to have healthy routines and able to be stay grounded when a lot of hardships and just trying times come around. You know.
For sure.
But we're gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna go back to your college experience, man. What's it like, man, being a Greek life, man? I had talked to Krishan about it, now I gotta talk to you, man. What got you into it? What brought the even the idea of getting into it for real?
Okay. So hold on, your foot on this cord. First off, I was the first person in my family to go to college, go to a 4 year.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I did not have like going into college. I did not even know what Greek life was for
Yeah.
real. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what org I wanted to be a part of. I didn't even know if I wanted to do it. So, as I got on campus, what really drew me to my org, which
Yeah.
I'm an alpha, what drew me to my org and what made me say, this is something that I could see myself doing was um, number one, like the people on campus.
Yeah.
Just the atmosphere around alphas, the way that they carried themselves. My chapter specifically, like Theta Nu, the way they carried themselves. Like every time I went to some community service event, somebody from Theta Nu was there. Every time I went to some academic event, somebody from Theta Nu was there. Every time I went to some spiritual event, somebody from Theta Nu was. I'm like everywhere I go, these dudes are doing the same things that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And so for me, like in my freshman year of college, I didn't go to no parties. I wasn't hanging out. I wasn't doing none of that. I was just like,
I think I went to one party. And
yeah,
that was only because my roommate wanted to. RIP, boy.
RIP.
Yeah, Bam. I thought I told you.
No.
Yeah, bro passed not too long ago.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that junk sucked.
RIP. Sheesh. But
Yeah.
yeah, freshman year I was all business. And so like I never even knew about like the social aspect of Greek life. I mean, I had heard about it, but I didn't know that's not what drew me to Greek life. It
Yeah, for
wasn't
sure.
like, oh, I'm trying to be him and I want to go to parties and I want to stroll and all that. Like that was not my original intent.
Mm.
All that stuff just kind of came with it. But what drew me in initially was just like, bro, these are guys who I see a lot of myself in, and like going to a predominantly white institution, you know, being one of like, especially in like pre-med classes, being one of one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was
Like
about to say, like in my head, I was about to say,
one of one, like lectures of 200 plus people, and I'm the only black male in there. You know what I'm saying? And then there's a few like handful of black people or whatever. So I
yeah,
really was looking for like, man, I'm looking for a community, and that's what drew me in. I saw the alphas on my campus. I saw the organization as a whole as a community that I could see myself being a part of and like thriving in. So pledged, and that's exactly what I got, man. Like apart from all of the, like I said, the other stuff that comes with it, the parties, the social status, whatever, all that stuff is cool. It's fun for a while, but the thing that really lasts and that really like makes my organization mean a lot to me is the people.
yeah,
Like I met brothers for life, people who think like me, not exactly like me. Obviously, people are different, and I'm able to learn from them because of that. But I gained people who want the same things out of life. Like they want to serve people. They want to push themselves and achieve things that the people before them like may not have had the opportunity to. Um, they want to take care of people. Like those are the things that are important to me. And all my org did was put me in proximity with people who like got the same core values
yeah,
as me. And so yeah, that's what Greek life has meant to me. Like all the way back from the history of the org till now towards going into the future. Like I just see it as an opportunity to build community, and because you know the saying, like you hang around nine clowns, you're gonna be the 10th.
yeah,
Well, what happens if you hang around nine educated, African American men who like are focused and determined to like achieve their goals and to serve people along the way.
Yeah.
You gonna become the 10th. So that was my logic and it's worked.
And yeah, that's really dope, man. Hearing a lot of people talk about it, you get certain people that's, you feel me, only speak on it from a standpoint of partying, being noticed, being seen, and being that person. But a lot of people that truly are endowed in it and actually put in the legwork, because put in the legwork and actually look to network with people and get outside of your comfort zone to really meet people. Because I was with Chris yesterday actually, and we went out and he, you feel me, somebody from his chapter, you feel me, a old head OG. He was like, bro, who car is that outside? He's like, that's mine. He knew off the rip, like, you feel me. They did their greetings, all that good stuff, and that joint was foreign to me. So I was just like, hey, do y'all thing, you feel me? But that joint was really dope to see, like, man, even after time has passed, it's like, man, we got something in common. We share a common goal, common core values, and it's like, you feel me, we're looking to do better in the community. Some people, like I said, use it just for the to be seen and to be noticed, and you feel me, the benefits of that. But a lot of people I've noticed that are truly like have respect and admiration for their chapter and their Greek experience. Like they truly network, they truly get out, and they truly put their face to the community to actually make a difference. And I truly respect that
Yeah,
for
bro.
sure.
Yeah. My and I want to say like it extends beyond just like people that are in your org. I have
Yeah.
that respect for like all D9 organizations.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? When I see an AKA or a Delta, it's like off rip. I'm like, I already know what you about. Like
Mm.
you about scholarship, you about service to the community. You about uplifting, people that look like us. And to me, that means we all the same. Like, yeah, obviously, like I respect my letters, and there are clear divides and boundaries or whatever. But we might joke around in between us,
Yeah.
like, my org better than yours. But when it comes to like us facing the world, oh, we won. Like, we won. You know what I'm saying? Because we're standing together, trying to
Definitely.
push for the exact same thing. And so, whatever spaces that we're in, it's like I just see us as like one big family. And I don't even mean that to be like to like exclude people who are not a part of those orgs, because I
Yeah.
feel that way about anybody who shares my common values. Like us growing up together, what made us be friends was that I realized early on, I'm like, bro, we think the same. Like
Yeah.
we
For
value,
the most part, yeah.
we value. For the
For
most
sure.
part.
For the most part. This
Yeah,
man used to be zone. This man
chill.
used to be zone.
I did. I grew up a lot, but I knew like, bro, we value the same stuff, and
For
so
sure.
that's why we clicked. That's why we were able to hang out with each other. And whether you're in one of these orgs or not, like I just think the core values, the principles that guide us can guide anybody, and they should guide anybody. So
Yeah, man, I can't lie, man. I know a lot of people that pledge and all that good stuff, but what actually got me thinking about it, man, I sat down and watched A Different World, bro. That just had me going crazy. I was like, bro, if this is what the HBCU is, feel like and pledging is like, sign me up. bro, bro, to be around that many people that's like me, that is thinking like community, like for real, it's just like that's a crazy experience and a crazy thing to realize. Like, yo, okay, we still running. I heard something, but yeah, it's crazy to really see that people are really truly that truly care. Because a lot of people you talk to nowadays is like, bro, yeah, life is how life is. It's not gonna change no matter how hard one person, one group of people do. Like, it is what it is. So I'm gonna play
right,
my part in life and just, you feel me, do what I do.
right,
And I have a strong feeling that I just don't believe that, man. Like I really don't. Like I feel like even if I don't see the change or we don't see the change is gonna come whether
absolutely,
it's in the opposite side of or the right side of history. Whether however you want to see it. Like it's gonna change, but it's a matter of which direction is it gonna go.
yeah,
And I've always felt like and have a deep respect and admiration for people that really truly think of the community instead of just self.
right,
Yeah, you have to get yourself together first to be able to help others. But at the end of the day, the intent is still Yeah, I'm doing right for me and mine, but at the end of the day, it's gonna show other people and benefit other people at the end of the day too.
right? I don't think it does you any good to like just say, "Oh, I'm gonna be successful for me," and that's it.
Yeah,
Because I feel like that is gonna be like it just breeds like emptiness. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I don't think we were built to like live life in that way where it's all about us. But people will tell you that it should be all about
They
you.
will tell you
Like
that, like for real.
people will tell you like, oh, just worry about your check and just get yours and da 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 da. And that's fine. Like there are certain seasons in life where you gotta lock in and you can only like
Yeah,
my focus got to be here because this requires all of my attention. But I feel like it's always going to be more beneficial. You're always going to get more out of your experiences
mm,
if you make it a point to serve other people through that. Like
facts.
I feel like, man, just going back to what we was talking about earlier, like things that keep you grounded, things that breed success. I think always looking and saying like, bro, how can I lift up the next person? How can I help the people around me? That's what makes you successful as a person. Like, bro, you would never know it, but you know the money you give to this guy on the streets now might be the same money that flow back into your hands in the form of a scholarship like a couple years later.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like you we I feel like it's just a giving and receiving principle that's like operating on earth. Like God put it in place. You sow, you reap. You sow, you reap. That's how it goes. So if you make it a point to sow into other people, you gonna reap as well, bro. Like, and so I think at any stage in life, it's important to say, all right, I'm here. I'm focused on me. I'm focused on growing. But what can I do to help people around me as well?
nah, that's a fact, and that's a lot of the reason why I do the things I do, or even just like you said, give to certain people. Yeah, a lot of people think about it from a standpoint of like, man, if I give him this money, he go get drunk or he go get high off it, bro. It'd be like, you feel me? It defeated the purpose of me even our encounter. But at the end of the day, bro,
Of no concern, bro.
it has nothing to do with me,
That ought to
bro.
be of no concern, bro.
I've never really thought about it like that because whenever I give from a genuine and good spot in life, even if I don't have it for real, I've always felt like God has blessed it back 10 times more.
Exactly.
So that's why I ain't never really had a problem giving to folks. Cause even in the midst of hard times, man, I've always felt like I ain't never really fell off too bad to the point where
Facts.
it's like, man, I'm hurting. But I always felt like that was because even if I had $1 left, I'll give it to you. But whatever you spend it on is your, hey, that's your
For
prerogative.
sure. Yeah. I think about like my own life, man, touching rock bottom. Like, bruh, y'all gave to me out of like y'all own lack. Like y'all didn't have a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all wasn't rich or like living it up or nothing. Y'all was just sharing what little piece of the pie y'all had with me.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, how dare I be that person, be in that position, know what it's like to struggle, know what it's like to like. I remember I came to your house crying. You remember that night, bro? Like
Yeah,
I,
bro.
I came to your house crying because my pops told me like I was gonna have to move out, and like I was worried because I'm like I don't got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And I talked to y'all, and it was like with no hesitation whatsoever. It's like, of
You,
course you got a
I
place
don't
here.
know why you ask.
Yeah, like why are you even asking? Like, go get your stuff. You know what I'm saying? And how dare I go from experiencing that type of stuff, being in that position, and now like as I get stuff, as I get in abundance, I'm not like ready and willing to do that for other people.
Yeah.
How does that make any sense whatsoever?
Not for sure.
Like I give because I've received, like in every area. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, because God gave me so much, blessed me with so much when I ain't have nothing. Of course, whenever somebody asks me for it, if I got it, you got it.
Yeah.
Like if you need it and I have it, you have it. You know what I'm saying? Like with zero hesitation, because I already know what it's like to be in that position. So
Yeah, bro. And I give a lot of credit to my mama, man, because it's been a lot of times where hardship is hit bad, but it's she can never turn away a lot of people. So that's the way I look at it. It's a gift and a curse. I will say that to an extent. It'd be like, bro, people aren't gonna give that same favor back to you, even all the time. Even though you might have, you feel me, did really good by them.
yeah,
But at the same time, it's like I've always felt like some good stuff always came like
Oh,
at the last second,
always.
and I've always thought back to man, like you feel me, you gotta show love to people. So
Yeah. Right. It's a
I ain't never really felt like a lack for real.
right. It's a God, bro. Like people are just don't look for people to do nothing for you for real.
Yeah,
Like don't
yeah,
expect that. But just know like whenever you give to somebody, even when it hurt to give, even when like you know they're gonna take advantage of you, you know
boy.
they're gonna like just know God saw that. Like He's watching, and
Hmm.
if you are willing to say, man, this little bit that I got, I'm gonna share it, even though this person might not deserve it, even though they
Yeah,
might misuse it, even though they might misuse me, like I'm just gonna give it. Don't you think God is keeping track of that?
yeah,
Like,
for sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like He not gonna. So when it's your turn and you need something, He gonna have you back.
Yeah, never felt no problem with that type of stuff. But we gonna shift a little bit, man. We're gonna go back to the med school, the schooling. What what really drew you to get into the medical field for real and like really dive into it?
So I would say it's a couple things, but probably the biggest thing was just my experiences early on with healthcare.
Mm,
Um, you know this because you was there for a lot of it.
yeah,
Um, my mom had a child. He was premature, Jaden. Um, he lived in the hospital for like the first 6 months of his life, and so
yeah,
every day after school, moms would pick me up. We go to the hospital. I would sit in the lobby, wait for pictures of him, wait for updates and stuff. And he was very sick, so like he would cold. He would have to go to this surgery, that surgery, and so like very early on, I had to learn how important that like the medical field really is
yeah,
because these are the people who were taking care of my brother. You know what I'm saying? I had to depend on these people in these white coats who I had never met before, whose names were hard to pronounce. Like I had to depend on them to take care of my little brother.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Um, and like just having that experience early on showed me that, bro, this is a field where you can really have an impact on people's lives.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like you are responsible for a lot. Their family members, their loved ones, their moms, their dads, their brothers, their sisters, their cousins, all of that. And so I know like or just my nature is that I want to take care of people.
mm,
And so I just decided like, over time like it just became apparent to me that the right way for me to do that was through medicine because
yeah,
that's the way that somebody took care of me. So I'm looking for real to be to others what those physicians were to me
yeah,
when I was going through my tough time. Like I remember them comforting us. I remember the nurses taking care of Jaden like they was like he was their own kid. That's what I want to give to other people. You know what I'm saying? When you have done all you can to do right by your loved one and like your knowledge, your skill set, your abilities have reached a peak,
yeah,
I'll take it up from here. Like I'll take care of your loved one like it's my loved one. And yeah. That is I think the primary driver. And then another one is just, bro, there's not many people that look like us in the medical field. And there should be. There should be because I want people to come into the office and feel comfortable right away. Like,
yeah,
okay, here's somebody who knows my experiences, who has seen what it's like to be in my shoes. They know what it's like to deal with life from the same vantage point that I've had to deal with life.
yeah.
So I want to be able to do that for people too.
Since you said that, let me ask you. Okay, how do you how do you plan on dealing with that pressure of just like you said, you're in well to put it blunt, the other people's lives are in your hands after a certain point in time. You like you said, you giving them that confidence that we're at this point, like you can hand it off to me and I got you. How do you hope to deal with that type of pressure and that responsibility? And also, being that you are going to be one of the few in representation for minority and black, you feel me, community people in the medical field, what do you hope to accomplish with that? Being that minority in that field also.
Okay. So the first question was about like how am I gonna deal with the pressure?
Hmm.
Um Again, bro, like it all just goes back to my faith. Like how did I deal with the pressure to get here? Like, how did I deal with the pressure up until this point? That's not me shouldering that burden on my own. Like, I got God with me. I got Jesus with me. He's carrying the load with me. Like, we're sharing that burden,
For sure.
and He's carrying most of it. And so, I think another thing is just like having confidence that, bro, like I was created to do this.
Yeah.
Like I was built. I was purposed. I was designed. Like every trial, every tribulation that I went through in life has been like strategically preparing me to go into this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not like walking into a room. It's like, dang, I don't belong here. I don't. No, I'm supposed to be here. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, my brother being sick, my other brother being sick and not making it. Like my mom, this, that, all of that, all of those things happen to get me ready for this. And as I go through like this process of getting my education, becoming an MD, and picking a residency and stuff like that, again, like I'll be being prepared for what's next. And so I really just had that mentality to like, okay, each day that I wake up, if I put my best foot forward, follow God today, take it one step at a time. When it's time for me to get where I'm supposed to be,
Yeah.
I'll be ready. And I think like I'm so preachy. I cannot
We
help it.
good,
Bro.
bro.
I can't help it.
That's what this platform is being built for, man. Talk your shit.
For sure. Like that is I think something that we miss a lot in this generation.
Yeah.
Like we see people at this level, like performance. We see LeBron at the level that LeBron's performing at. We like, ooh, I want to be like that. But like you missed all of the development and the hard work and the
Character
discipline.
building parts of
All
it.
exactly all of the nitty gritty, the ugly stuff that like LeBron had to go through to get to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want to skip the process. I think the reason I have confidence now that like I'm gonna be able to handle that burden and that pressure
Yeah.
is because I'm not skipping the process no more.
For sure. And that's an important part of the grind, man. That process is really that that process is really what it like you said, is really what prepares you for the end goal. Like a lot of people want the end goal to shine the just, oh yeah, like this man did that, but once you going through the trials, the character building parts of the journey, it's like, yo, I don't even think I love this like that for real.
Exactly.
Like, so once you can get past that stuff and that type of deal, then that's where you really know, like, this is my purpose, this is my goal. So
Yeah.
I got to do it. Like, it's not just me. Like, a lot of people feel, like you said before, a lot of people have a selfish mindset. But at the end of the day, it's if my skill can help see, do, or change things in the community, like a doctor, a lawyer, even just filmmakers, like just stuff like that to change the narrative, change the perspective. And
Gotta fall in love with it. Gotta love the stuff that's uncomfortable. Gotta love the stuff that's inconvenient. You gotta love it. Like you really
yeah,
you have to say like, no, I'm glad I get to do this. Like every day that I wake up and I get a chance to study for 8 hours continuously and my eyes are burning, like I love this. I'm grateful that I get the chance to do it because it's people who would have gave it all to be in my position.
yeah,
So like you ain't gonna catch me complaining. Like yeah, it's tough. It is what it is though. Like I'm here because I'm supposed to be here, and I love every bit of it. So
and that's a blessing to hear, bro. Like, so with that being said, bro, give people a little insight of the process of actually getting to and getting into medical school for the people that are going down this path and don't know what to expect.
got you. Okay, so first off, I want to say the process looks different for everybody. Like
Yeah,
that's probably the most important thing is you gotta know that there's no right or wrong way to go down this medical path. Um, some people are supposed to be doctors, some people gonna be nurses, some people gonna be PAs. It don't matter. Like whatever your path is, it's all gonna look different. You know what I'm saying? No two journeys are exactly alike, and that's okay.
yeah,
But the things that are like typical is 4 years of undergrad. Um, basically, usually people study one of the basic sciences, biology, chemistry, biochemistry, something along those lines. But you don't have to. You can do art. You can major in art. As long as you take all your pre-med, prereqs, you can do that.
yeah,
Once you finish with that, you'll take the MCAT, study for the MCAT, take the MCAT. It's a big test. That's probably like I think what poses the biggest challenge for a lot of people with getting into medical school. But you once you overcome that obstacle, you got your GPA, you got your MCAT, got your prereqs, you apply to med school, go through a couple application processes, an interview process, and then you finally get to the door of medical school.
Yeah.
4 years after that, you finish
Yeah.
and you apply to a residency program. In residency, you're a doctor, but you're also in training.
Okay.
So you like it's like you're an apprentice kind of.
Okay.
So you learn hands on, you learn by doing. So you have all the knowledge of like general medicine, but in residency you specialize in like whatever area of medicine you're going to specifically do.
Sense.
Yeah. However long your residency program is, it can range from like 3 to 7 years, depending on what you specialize in. But once you're done with that, full-fledged doctor, you do whatever you do. So that's it's a long journey for anybody considering it. Like, don't look at the money. Do not look at the money. Do not look at the numbers. Don't look at the percentages. Like, it's got to be a heart thing.
Yeah.
You got to look at your heart and say, does this seem like the path where like God is pushing me? Does this look like what's for me? Because if you do it for the status, for the money, for I don't know anything besides like the love of it, you're gonna get tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon. You're gonna be running. You're gonna be like, all right, this is too much.
Boy, listen, I know a little portion of that. I started off in sports medicine.
Yeah.
Started
So
off.
you know.
I know a little bit of that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it's tears, bro. Like it been times I was studying, like I had to shed a thug tear because I'm like, I really don't know what's going on. Like I'm really like struggling. You know what I'm saying? There were times, like I said, my freshman year I was all business. Like my friends going out partying, doing whatever. Like
But that's real, bro.
I'm studying.
Gotta take that L.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and bro, I've taken a lot of L's, bro. I took a lot of L's. Took a lot of things on the chin. Like, all right, I gotta shake back right with this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
yeah. So, I mean, it's a long journey, bro. It's not for everybody, and that's okay. Like, again, like, whatever path is for you, that's the one that's for you. So, like, stick to that.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's definitely rewarding, man. I can definitely say that, man. From the small portion I did when I first was in school, it was definitely rewarding. It's definitely an interesting thing, but it takes dedication. That's the whole reason why I kind of had to switch it up for the time being, because I still feel like I'm gonna get back into it because I want to be a trainer. But that junk really does take a lot of dedication, a lot of time, and a lot of true effort. Like, you have to apply yourself. So it's like, man, if you really are truly deciding to get into that field, like you said, make sure it's for the love, for the enhancement of the community, whatever your reasons are for it. But make sure it's for the love of the field, for the love of the craft, because you're gonna put time into it.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
But out of everything you said just now, it don't require you to be a genius. Like, people will tell you like, oh, you got to be super smart to go down that path. Not really. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, not really. It ain't about who the smartest person in the room is. It's just the person who's like just gonna get it done, whatever that requires. You know what I'm saying? Effort is free.
Got to.
Effort is free, bruh. Like,
You ain't half stepping. You gotta get it done.
that's what I'm
Gotta
saying.
do it.
Whoever say like, I ain't gonna cut no corners. I'm gonna go to tutoring. I'm gonna go to office hours. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna read books on it. I'm gonna watch videos. Like, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do because this is the path that I'm on. That's the person who's gonna get it done. Not, oh, I'm super smart. But my mom, I love my mom taught me this. She always taught me, cause she was a police officer. So it's geniuses in prison.
No.
Like it's
That's
genius.
a bar.
It's geniuses in prison, bro.
That's a bar.
Being smart. Shout out to my Dukes for that one. Being smart don't get you nowhere. Like, and the longer you depend on that, the longer you use that as a crutch, like, the more you holding yourself back. Cause there's plenty of people out here who are like, man, I'm so smart. I know I'm wasting it. Yeah, cause you lazy.
Yeah.
Cause you lazy.
For
Like,
sure.
and that'll kill off any natural talent you got. Being lazy will kill off any of that. And so, if you know, like, all right, I like science. I enjoy learning this. I feel like I got the potential to go do that. Then start working on the character. Start working on the discipline. Start working on the work side of it. Like, focus on what you can control, which is how much effort you put in. You might get a bad grade. You might fail this. You might fail that. You can't control that all the time, but you can control how much effort you put in. So yeah,
Definitely. You got to put the time into whatever field, whatever craft you're trying to get into, man. You have to do it. There ain't no way around it, man. You got to put that 10,000 hours in, man. You already know it.
definitely.
You already know it. But we coming to the end of this episode, man. You feel me? It's good talks, and you can chop it up all day with my boy, man. Old time's sake. It's always good conversation, but, man, what's going on next, man? What you got cooking up? What you got planned for the future?
So like I said, man, tomorrow I start with orientation. Next 4 years is just the grind. It's the classroom.
Yeah.
Being about to be in them books. So my main goal is everything I've said here is to just keep helping people along the way, like doing what I can. But also just putting in that effort to make sure that I'm checking off all the boxes I need to for school and just getting the most out of this experience. That's a big thing for me. Is like, all right, I'm in a new city, new apartment, living by myself. Like
Yeah.
I ain't never been out of the Met, so this is crazy for me to be
Take advantage, bro. Charleston is lit.
to be in the 8-4 tree, like
Boy, it's plenty bunky out here,
down here in
man.
the
You
truck.
you locked up. You locked in, man.
Boy,
You
I
good
bucks,
with your lady, but it's
I,
nice out here,
I
boy.
box you in your face right now.
It's,
I'm gonna try to pick up a Geechee accent if I can while I'm down here.
boy, it's plenty people to talk to do that, boy.
Definitely,
It's plenty people.
that might one.
I forget.
The way they say "I" is so funny,
You
bro.
forget. It's no eyes. It's easy.
Oh, they are gonna kill us.
Bro, it's much love, man. My grandma from here, man. This people, this home.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
It's all good, man. But shout out to you, man. Appreciate you for coming on, man. We got another episode. I ain't gonna say what number because I don't know what order we gonna post them in. But you feel me? We grinding, man. That's the end of my SC trip, man. But I appreciate having you, man. It's always good chopping it up with you, my brother.
No, bro. Love you, man.
Much love. Appreciate you,
Tubbs.
young jock. And we out of here, man.
Howdy.